Hi everyone, in this video we're going to talk about the formation of the moon and the collision theory. Some scientists also call it the giant impact hypothesis. So, what is the collision theory? According to NASA, billions of years ago, a version of our Earth that looks very different than the one we live on today was hit by an object about the size of Mars called Theia. And out of that collision, the moon was formed. How exactly that formation occurred is a scientific puzzle researchers have studied for decades without a conclusive answer. Most theories claim that the moon formed out of the debris of this collision. A new simulation puts forth a different theory. The moon may have formed immediately, in a matter of hours, when material from the Earth and Theia was launched directly into the orbit after the impact. We have some evidence that support this theory. The moon is less dense than the Earth. Samples of rock from the moon show that its surface was once molten. The moon has a small iron core similar to Earth. There is evidence outside the solar system of similar collisions, causing rings of rock and dust. The collision theory fits with the theory of how the solar system was formed. The composition of rocks on the Earth and the moon are the same. But there are also evidence that contradicts the collision theory. The surface of the Earth does not appear to ever have been molten. The collision that formed the moon would have caused the surface of the Earth to melt. The surface would have later solidified. Venus has no moon. Collisions in the early years of the solar system would have been common, and scientists would have expected Venus to have a moon formed in the same way. The composition of rocks on the moon would be expected to be more similar to rocks on Theia than rocks on Earth. In fact, the composition of the moon is more similar to Earth. While the collision theory seems accurate, also other theories that show how the moon was formed. For example, the co-formation theory. It's also possible that the moon formed alongside Earth 4.5 billion years ago, coalescing from gas and dust in the same part of our solar system's planetary disk. While this hypothesis can account for the isotopic similarities between the Earth and the moon, it falls short in other ways. It cannot explain the high angular momentum of the Earth-Moon system. For example, why the moon has such a small iron core compared to that of our planet. This information was collected on space.com, a website related to space. Though all the researches that I've done, the most reliable resource was NASA, because NASA is technically part of the government, so it's completely funded by taxes. But it's also run by scientists. And the data NASA collects and analyzes is collected and analyzed by scientists. Though some websites or resources could be biased, like space.com for example, it could be biased. Finally, I'll show you the theory that's correct in my opinion. It's the collision theory, because it's analyzed deeply by scientists and NASA, and seems to be more stable compared to other theories. And lastly, thank you for watching my video. Bye!